All right, welcome back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video from the kid yesterday. I want to share some extended footage talking about the XRT versus the XMAXX. I've given this, a little over a month of running it because, it is an expensive RC, and I'm trying to give my insight. If you already own an XMAXX, is it really worth spending another $1,000 for this RC? And I guess if you have the money, like me personally, I would buy this, the XRT, and the X-Maxxes. As you see, I have two X-Maxxes, one set up as a wide max, or a wide X-Maxx, and one set up as the standard X-Maxx, because I feel it's a totally different driving experience. But if you've done that, like I have, is it worth buying this RC? Is there something this RC does that the wide X-Maxx doesn't do? With the wide stance like this has, is there jumps or control in the air or something that I'm seeing that that is better than the wide X-Maxx? And I remember doing the review on the wide X-Maxx, and I was telling people, look, it's taken the RC and made it super stable. It doesn't flip as fast in the air. It's a slower rotation. It puts a lot of stress on the upper bulkheads, especially if you're landing on one of the wheels. The rear as well puts a lot of stress on the C-hubs and bearing carriers. I do like the redesigned C-hub and bearing carriers that are on the XRT, but it felt sluggish to me, the XRT stock. Even adding the speed gearing to it, it felt a little sluggish. So we went ahead and I put in the mini big block system. This is basically big block size and circumference. It's just a stubby motor. It's not as long as a full Coke can motor. And it seems to work really, really well. My switch came off, so I'm going to glue this back on. But in my opinion, I don't feel that if you have an X-Maxx, you should run out and buy one of these. I feel the enjoyment from the X-Maxx is basically the same as the XRT. Now, if you're not happy with, like RC Guy Garage, he wasn't happy with his X-Maxx, so he built the mongrel, you would call it, which is basically the low center of gravity chassis, but he put longer shocks on it, which kind of raised it up a little bit and gave him more shock travel. He ran Outcast 8S shocks on it, and he seems to be super happy with it compared to the X-Maxx. And so I was, really trying to get that sensation versus, X-Maxx versus XRT. I feel that, on the grass, this is definitely more stable, but it doesn't give me that excitement that I'm looking for like my orange X-Maxx does. Orange X-Maxx, if you turn sharp on grass in any high bite situation, asphalt, grass, it just rolls over. And so you're constantly running around picking up the RC, where the wide kit doesn't do that. And I think that's what I'm taking from all of this. So, I mean, anybody looking to rush out and buy an XRT or save up and buy an XRT, if you already have an X-Maxx, I don't think this thing gives you any more than the X-Maxx would give you, honestly, in my opinion. If you own an X-Maxx, it's a cool RC. I love what TRAXXAS did. I'm glad that they built this thing, and I'm glad that, you know, I own one. Some people were saying that you might want to run it on a track. I don't run any of my RCs on any kind of track. Any groomed track, I've never run my RC cars there. For one, I don't have a place that will let me run a big RC like this that's outdoors on a track. I just don't have one near me. And so I'm a basher at heart. I love to go off and just do send it jumps, and I love going to the park and jumping out of the park. I love doing those kind of things. But take a look at this footage that I'm going to play from yesterday's video. It's footage that you haven't seen. And let's see what the kid has to say about this. And then I'll give you the rest of my thoughts. And he was watching and talking to me, and so I handed him the remote. So I told people online, I was like, handing over $4,000.
One second.
Handing over $4,000 in RCs, would you do it? You know?
Oh, right?
Right?
That's good. Oh my God.
So you guys see it first. What is the kid playing with more? The monster truck, the XMAXX. And that's why the XMAXX is king. Even though I handed him the controller of this big block, the kid loves the monster truck. And the wide version at that. And it's great to see that the kid enjoys the wide XMAXX over the XRT. So I get this question a lot. What do I like? And I will be doing a final review of the XRT, but I'm letting you know that...
I think it died.
You think so?
Yeah, see?
Ah. Here, take this one. Which one do you like better?
The XMAXX.
Yeah, that's what I think. Let's see. So what do you think? The orange one or the blue one?
The orange one.
Right? It does wheelies a lot easier, right?
I like the color of the orange a little better than the plain blue.
Yes.
I like it black and orange.
Yeah, the only thing with that body is it's stronger.
On the blue one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where this one, if you crash, the body
That
breaks.
body came clear and you spray painted it in the inside.
No, this one's all blue.
Did it come blue?
It comes blue, yeah. Even if you cut it, it's still blue. It's a thick molded plastic.
Yeah.
And that one's thin. But I love the orange color.
I used to have a friend that had an XMAXX, but he was mean. I was his first friend.
Uh-huh.
I was his #1 friend.
Yep.
Because he didn't have any friends at the time.
Yep.
Then I called him and then said, let's meet up. And then he said, I have a new friend. We're not friends anymore.
Oh. Wow.
And I never did it.
And you don't talk to him no more?
No. Can I do a donut?
You can try, just don't tear up the grass too much.
I'll do
Because
it
the
in
kids are
brown
playing.
spot.
Yep.
Get front flip.
I see.
Slams on the brake a little too much.
Yeah, the brakes are real good on it.
It is.
It has good power too. They all have the same speed controller and same motor. Even though this one's skinny, it seems to run better for me.
Have you ever driven one on water?
On water? Yes. Let go of the trigger.
I didn't mean to do that.
Yes.
This one has so much power.
Yes, you got to keep your finger off the trigger when you're picking it up.
I need to put it like on the bottom.
Yes.
Or set down.
Exactly.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Yep.
They have so much power.
Yes, you got to be very careful with them, especially around people.
Yeah. It's not running out now.
No.
I know I'm like scooter.
Yeah, I know. I see. You got 3 scooters there.
Yeah.
Are they all yours?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. For different tricks?
Not really. I can help it. I like the one with the more black. The one that has the silver bars, that one's the lightest. The one with the black deck and the rainbow bars, that's the second lightest.
Uh-huh.
The mini one is surprisingly heavy.
Who do you watch on YouTube with scootering?
A guy named Ring.
Ah, okay.
I'm at Ring. I don't know what that is. So this is, I think, my second time being here.
Ah, okay. Yeah, because I know there's another YouTuber that makes his own boards. He has a car that's called Guaczilla.
Trying to get used to the brakes a little more.
Yes.
Like, I like doing that where you like bump.
Jump up.
I never really did it XMAXX really before.
Well, now you drove 3 of them, basically.
Yeah. I like to like steer it real fast.
Uh-huh.
When it's up, like,
Yeah, this one, if you're going too fast and turn, it tends to roll over.
yeah.
Where the blue one, it doesn't because it's wider.
Oh yeah. Do you like it better one?
I don't know. That's what I'm out here trying to figure out. Trying to let people know, is it better in the stock form or is it better to put the wide kit on it? That's why I was asking you, what do you like better? The wide kit or the skinny?
I think the wide kit feels a little more comfortable.
Yep.
But this one I feel like
More crazy.
more crazy and more smooth.
Yep.
This one feels more smooth a little. But
Uh-huh.
that one feels more like
Stable,
stable.
easier to control.
Yeah, kind of.
They're geared the same and they have the same motor and stuff, but this one for me feels faster because with the shorter arms there's not as much weight.
How many subscribers do you have?
Coming on 17,000.
17,000?
Uh-huh.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. I've been doing it a while now.
What is your goal to get?
I don't really have a goal. I'm just showing people how to enjoy the hobby with RC.
Yeah.
Because it's fun to scooter, but it's also fun to play with RCs that you got in the garage.
Like, here's an RC car.
Uh-huh.
This is
Yes.
you can either do that, which is
Or this.
or you can do tricks on that.
Yeah, tail whip. What other tricks you got?
But I can't do flat. I can do bars. I don't know.
Oh, there you go.
Now I can do a 180
Uh-huh.
to a tail whip. But they're hard.
Yep.
Oh, I'm getting my grip tape so dirty.
Yes. You build the scooters yourself?
Yeah.
Nice.
And so,
I don't do the RC. I don't build the RC car.
Yeah. But do you fix the RC cars? No? Have you broken them? Yeah. Run into the curb?
Not really curb. I'm more
Rocks?
curbs.
Ah, okay.
I normally break them when I do like big jumps.
Ah, when you land.
Yeah, like when I land. I'm pretty good about landing.
This one looks like it's drifting. Straighten out the steering.
It did seem like that, like the bar kind of.
There we go. It's got steering adjustment on it.
The rims are so cool. They're like.
I just put them on. They're the same rims, they're just chrome. They call it black chrome.
How many XMAXXs do you have?
Just these.
These?
Yep.
Do you have a mini or Revo?
I have an yep, I have the E-Revo, not the Mini. I have the regular E-Revo
The mini
2.0.
is so fun. Like I have a 2S LiPo.
Uh-huh.
And just literally on the ground, when I press it, it does a backflip on the ground.
Oh, nice. Well, you converted it to brushless.
What?
That's brushless.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
All my RC cars are brushless.
Yep. Yeah, this one is running 8S.
8S?
Yep, so 2 batteries. Like your max is what, 4S?
Yeah, that's.
So this one runs 2 of those batteries.
Yeah, mine will. Like if you go really fast and you slam,
Uh-huh.
put your finger forward, it goes do a front flip.
Oh, yeah.
That was cool to watch it do it. It was just like, it's flowing so high. Dude.
Yep. I'm gonna start getting these cleaned up.
And he won't come down until we get
Getting cold out here. You have to hit the brakes twice to go backwards.
To go backwards?
Uh-huh.
Doesn't it flip over on its own?
Oh, the self-riding.
Yeah.
It does, but I don't use it because it'll blow up the tires because there's too much speed.
Oh, yeah. This thing's so cool. It's so heavy.
Yep, I appreciate it. Let me get this one wrapped up.
Bye.
Hopefully you had fun.
Yeah, I did.
Good.
Take it off?
Yes, it's getting dark and cold.
Oh man. Out here in Santa Clarita at night, I feel like it's just freezing. Where we're at, it's not as like bone chilling cold.
Yes.
But whenever we come out here, I'm like, man, it's cold.
It sure does get cold out here in Canyon Country and Newhall.
You live out here, you said?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I'm about 10 minutes from here.
Man, this Santa Clarita has really, I mean, I wasn't out here much up until like 3 months ago when I started coming out here a lot. I mean, I saw.
All right, well, there we go. Hopefully you enjoyed the footage from yesterday. Pretty awesome kid out there. He definitely, you can tell he's excited to run RC. Hopefully it will motivate him to get his RCs out and ripping again. Because the worst thing is to let him sit. I think kids get bored of things really quick, especially if they don't have anybody to go out and run with RC. Me, I'm content running by myself. You know, I enjoy running with my kids, but they don't always like to come run RC anymore. So it's nice to see a kid that's very enthused about about running RC. I do get questions a lot. What is this stuff I'm spraying on the glue? It's called Instaset. Hobby House is the stuff I've had. I've had this stuff for years. It's for all CA glue. It basically just takes glue, standard glue, and makes it dry quickly. They use it in the RC plane building hobbies when balsa wood and that kind of stuff. I would use this stuff a lot. It's just a quick drying spray so that I don't have to sit there and hold something and wait for it to dry. So, but definitely don't spray it on your tires when you're gluing tires, because it makes the glue dry quicker and makes the glue hard, extra hard, and you don't want that on your tires. Like this, because I put some here, it's easy to snap this off and then re-glue it. So it's not a permanent thing. But my thoughts on the XRT is, if you have an XMAXX, you might want to not rush out and buy one of these. If you can afford it, I think it's something great to have in your arsenal. But I'm not overly excited about it. I think it's a great RC. I think if you had this or an XMAXX, they're good. Either one of them are good. But I don't see enough differences or benefits to the low center of gravity chassis, especially with the wheelie bar being so low. If I'm not landing perfect every time, I'm hitting that wheelie bar and it's causing the RC to flip over. It is a different driving experience, but it doesn't give me the excitement that the XMAXX gives me. And I think the XMAXX is still going to be king. I think this is a pretty cool RC. I think the platform is good. You know, I know a lot of people put on XMAXX tires or XMAXX style tires, which gives it a little higher ground clearance, and it gives you the feeling of an XMAXX again. So I was looking for a different driving experience. I wouldn't do a big block system in my XMAXX or the XRT. I would leave the stock motor and just put a Max 6 and gear it accordingly. It seems to be, for all this money and all this work, there wasn't enough benefit. Off-road bashing. If I were doing speed runs, this might be the way to go. But that's not what this RC is for. Not for me. For me, this is a basher. It's going to remain a basher. And I'm probably going to go ahead and change out these shocks and do something like RC Guy Garage did and put the Outcast 8S shocks. I think I'm going to throw them on there, try to get some more ground clearance out of this thing, and see if I like it that way a little better. But it being this low, I think it's a great on-road basher. I think it's a fun park basher, but anywhere off-road where there's, you know, rocks everywhere around me, this chassis is just too low to the ground and it's beating it up for no reason. So any smooth surface that you're going to be running, if you're going to be running in front of your house, this might be a better choice over the XMAXX. For me personally, I don't see any benefit over a wide XMAXX versus the XRT. The benefits I see of a wide XMAXX is the higher ground clearance, jumping up and down curbs, jumping out of the park, not crashing as much. It's definitely more stable. So if you have an XMAXX and you're looking for the XRT experience, I think your best bet is to go spend $199 and put the wide kit on your XMAXX, and you're going to get pretty much this feel with more ground clearance. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and we will catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. That's where you can't go full trigger or you'll pop a tire. Blew a tire. Ooh, right into the curb. Oh.